Good morning, Namaskar, Suprabhat. Welcome to all of you in Ashoka School's e-school session. Student, this is the third video or presentation from our bio series. Today we are going to discuss about lesson number 9, that is excretory system. You do have a rough idea about the term excretion and excretory system from grade 8. Before proceeding ahead, let's discuss what is the scope of syllabus. It means what are the important points as per board exam point of view we are going to talk about. Number 1, what are the different excretory organs present in human body? Second, external and internal structure of the kidney. Third, what are the various parts of urinary system along with the blood vessels which are entering into the kidney and leaving from the kidney. We also talk about different functions of all the parts of excretory system. Third, general idea about the structure of nephron. And last but not the least, the steps in urine formation along with certain physical properties of urine. We also quickly go through with the concept of dialysis and when it performed. Before moving ahead, can somebody recollect what is excretion? Yes, since the human body produces large amount of products in different types of format through the metabolic activities. So all these substances or waste products need to be thrown out from the body. And we call that process as excretion. What is the meaning of the term excretion? It is the process of removal of nitrogenous chemical waste. See, if you look at your screen, the words which are underlined and typed in a blue color, it has some meaning. What you will come to know in following points. These are the excretory substances need to be eliminated from our body. Number 1, carbon dioxide, as it is a byproduct of respiration. Second, the body during digestion process produces number of nitrogenous metabolic waste like ammonia, urea and uric acid. So these are considered as the most toxic element or chemical waste present in our body. Therefore, the term excretion is broadly talk about the elimination of these products on priority. Excess salts, which are again either produced in our body or we consumed through our diet. Water, if your body is having excess amount of water, it also will need to be excreted. And last but not the least, bile pigments such as bilirubin and biliverdin. Now there are certain organs present in our body which performs the function of excretion. But before that, let's classify certain organisms based on what type of nitrogenous metabolic waste they are excreting. So these are the organisms. Number 1, ammonotelic animals. Number 2, ureotelic animals. And number 3, uricotelic animals. Now I request you to note it down in your notebook. What do you mean by the word ammonotelic animals? The animals, those who excrete ammonia as a main excretory substance from their urine, we call them as ammonotelic animals. Second, ureotelic animals. The animals, those who excrete urea as a chief nitrogenous waste from their urine, we call them as uricotelic animals. Uricotelic animals, these are the animals, those who excrete uric acid as a chief nitrogenous waste from their urine, we call them as uricotelic animals. The examples of all these three, ammonotelic animals, all aquatic animals, you can say, because since ammonia required large amount of water to get eliminated or excreted. Second is ureotelic, example is mammals including human. And uricotelic animals are mostly the birds and few insects. right? I hope you have noted down in your notebook. Now simultaneously I request you to open your textbook, page number 114 onwards, right? Now let's. These are the excretory organs present in our body: lungs, skin, liver and kidneys. Now since excretion is more concerned with the nitrogenous waste product removal, lungs, skin and liver, we call them as accessory excretory organs. The meaning of the word accessory is they do not excrete either ammonia or urea or uric acid in larger amount. They just help by eliminating all these three products in negligible or very minute quantity. Lungs, certain amount of ammonia is released through skin, urea is excreted in the form of sweat, and liver, student, this is the location where although human body produces ammonia, but that ammonia get converted into bilirubin and biliverdin. Apart from this, it also get converted into urea, where in the liver. So if the question is asked, name the following, the formation of urea takes place, underline the word formation. Formation of urea takes place, your answer will be liver. And elimination of urea takes place in the body, answer will be kidney. Okay, so these are the four major excretory organs from our body. Lungs, along with ammonia, excrete carbon dioxide and excess water vapors. Skin, yes, sweat, as it contains excess water and excess salt. And liver, as I told you, bile pigments. Moving ahead with the next point, the human excretory system. Now student, the picture which is in front of your screen contains three different types of organ system. Can you guess or can you identify which are those three? Right? Number one is circulatory system, because you can see the four labels on your right hand side: renal vein, renal artery, vena cava, dorsal aorta. So they are the part of circulatory system. To your left hand side you can see adrenal gland. Again it is a part of endocrine system. You had just studied in the last week. Right kidney, left kidney, ureter, all these are the part of your excretory system. So if the question is asked, how many different number of systems you can see, look at the diagram carefully and then answer. Let's see in detail about human excretory system. Human excretory system consists of pair of kidneys, pair of ureter, one muscular urinary bladder and its opening called as urethra. Let's begin with all these organs in detail. Number one, kidney. The shape of the kidney is bean shape and it is located on the either side of a backbone and it is protected by last two ribs. Can you see in this picture? It is located either side of backbone and protected by last two ribs. There is one more observation from this picture, student. The right side kidney is slightly placed lower to the left one. This is because of position of liver. What is the size of the kidney? It is 10 cm long, 6 cm wide, and it is slightly pinkish in color because it is richly supplemented with the blood. Right? Move on to the next. The other part of excretory system. Number one, pair of ureters. As it originates from the hilum of the kidney. What is hilum? That I will explain you when we discuss the internal structure of kidney. Second, urinary bladder. It is a long, it is not long, it is a small muscular elastic sac-like organ which holds the urine for temporary period. Once it gets filled with its capacity, the opening of the urinary bladder is called as urethra. It opens and the urine is expelled out. This opening of bladder, that is urethra, is guarded by sphincter muscles, and these sphincter muscles will contract only after it receives the stimulus from the brain. So the process of excretion of urine from the body is called as urination in general terms. In scientific word it is called as micturition. right? The word given on page number 115 in our textbook, first column, right? We'll go ahead. Internal structure of kidney. Internal structure of kidney consists of LS of kidney. The first homework for you from page number 115, figure 9.2 A diagram. I'm repeating, figure 9.2 A diagram from page number 115. This diagram you have to draw in your notebook. Student, if you see this picture, that outer dark part of the kidney is called as renal cortex. It appears dotted due to presence of Malpighian capsule. Now the figure in front of you is not showing any dotted appearance, but if you see in your textbook figure 9.2, it has. Now this dot like structure is nothing but the Malpighian capsule, which is the part of our nephron that we'll discuss in upcoming slides. Correct? The middle part or the inner part is called as renal medulla. It appears striated due to presence of loop of Henle and collecting duct or collecting tubule. Now these are the two major parts of the kidney where most of the time the question is asked in the exams. Apart from that, we do have structural and functional unit of kidney that is called as nephron present widely distributed in the kidney. As I just told you that this Malpighian capsule is the part of nephron along with this loop of Henle and collecting duct. You will be surprised, students, that we are having million of nephron in each kidney and they are performing the function of actual function of kidney, that is filtration and excretion, right? Moving ahead, structure of nephron or kidney tubule. It consists of these four important parts. Number 1 is Bowman's capsule, 2 proximal convoluted tubule, 3 U-shaped loop of Henle, and 4th distal convoluted tubule. Now I request you to please turn to page number 116 of your textbook. Can you see the figure 9.3? Great. Now tick mark that diagram also, which you're supposed to draw in your notebook. It's very easy. It will take hardly 10 minutes first time. If you go on practicing, you can able to complete the same diagram within 3 to 4 minutes along with the important label, and those important labels are in front of you. Apart from these 4 labels, you will label 3 other important structures that I will explain you during this explanation. Correct? Now if you see either in your textbook or on your screen, nephron, it consists of these 4 structure. It is almost 4 to 5 centimeter long, and if we take out all the nephrons from both of the kidneys and arrange them in a row, correct, it will cover somewhere around 60 kilometer of area. So they are microscopic structure. Correct? We can't see the nephrons through our naked eyes. But anyways, since they are performing a function of urine formation, they can also be known as uriniferous tubules. Number 1, Bowman's capsule. It is a cup-shaped structure. Can you see the label? Bowman's capsule. It's a cup-shaped structure which holds the glomerulus. What is glomerulus? It is capillary network present inside the Bowman's capsule, and this capillary network is formed by 2 different arterioles. Number 1, afferent arteriole, which is having wider lumen or wider diameter. Second is efferent arteriole, which has narrower lumen. So when you draw this diagram, you have to be very careful that the diameter of afferent arteriole should look more wider than the diameter of efferent arteriole. So when this blood enters through this afferent arteriole inside the Bowman capsule, it gets filtered through this glomerulus, through this capillary network, and the filtrate will get collected over inside the Bowman's capsule. The second part of this nephron is proximal convoluted tubule, short form is PCT. This PCT performs the function of absorption. Now why it is called as proximal convoluted tubule? The meaning is very simple, student. Proximal stand for nearby, convoluted stand for curved surface, and tubule stand for tube-like structures. So this proximal convoluted tubule PCT is located near the Bowman's capsule. It extends into the U-shaped structure called as loop of Henle, and this loop of Henle continues in DCT called as distal convoluted tubule. Distal stand for, and the meaning of the word distal is far away from. So since it is away from the Bowman's capsule, it is called as distal convoluted tubule. Right? Now if you may ask, sir, in this diagram both are very close to the Bowman's capsule, but if you stretch this kidney tubule or nephron, you will come to know that DCT part is away from the Bowman's capsule. This DCT connect to the collecting duct, which is a common for number of nephrons, and finally this collecting duct joins to the renal pyramid, which is present in the medullary part of the kidney, and pour the urine into the pelvis. Right? Now this is about the structure of kidney tubule. Correct? Now since the number of nephrons are 1 million in one kidney, student, the entire 5 liter blood get filtered in maximum 5 minutes. So with this, if you go with the same calculation, if we proceed, we can easily say that in a minute the kidney is filtering 1 liter blood. So in 60 minutes, that is in 1 hour, 60 liter blood will get filtered, since the circulation is continuous. So imagine the volume of urine is produced. We do not produce that much amount of urine because there are certain steps involved in the formation of urine that we will discuss now. Okay.